Have you ever stopped to wonder? Are we actually living through the end times? You scroll through your newsfeed, earthquakes, wars, AI taking over jobs, global unrest, and it starts to feel less like random chaos and more like something big is unfolding. For centuries, people have talked about the apocalypse like it was some far-off event wrapped in mystery and fear. But what if it's not? What if the book of Revelation wasn't just symbolic poetry or some wild prophetic dream, but a map? And the journey has already begun? Let's be real, 2025 isn't just another year. We've seen record-breaking natural disasters, shocking political instability, rapid advancement in artificial intelligence, and global movements that are shaking the foundations of society. When you line up those headlines with Revelation chapters 6 through 13, the parallels are chilling. Take Revelation 6, for example, the four horsemen of the apocalypse. War, famine, plague, and conquest. Sound familiar? As we walk through the signs in this video, you'll start to see how these ancient warnings match our modern world almost too well. But here's the twist, the Bible doesn't just warn, it reveals. If we understand the signs, we're not left in the dark. We're prepared. That's why this isn't just a video, it's a wake-up call. We're diving deep into the connections between Revelation and real-world events of 2025, and you'll see for yourself if prophecy is unfolding before our eyes. Ready? Let's begin this journey together. So, let's dig into the first major sign that the book of Revelation talks about, the breaking of the first seal. When it opens, a white horse appears, and its rider has a bow and is given a crown. He goes out as a conqueror, bent on conquest, Revelation 6 verses 1 to 2. Sounds mysterious, right? But what does this mean for us in 2025? Many Bible scholars believe this rider represents a false peace, someone who appears to bring unity and order, but with hidden motives. Some think this could point to global leaders or institutions that promise stability in a time of chaos. But behind the scenes, they're building systems of control. Now, buckle up, because things get darker. The second seal in Revelation unleashes the red horse. Its rider is given power to take peace from the earth and make people kill each other. It screams global conflict. Look at the world in 2025, wars are erupting or escalating all over. Tensions between superpowers are at their highest since the Cold War. Nations are stockpiling weapons, drones, and AI-driven defense systems. And smaller nations are becoming pawns in a terrifying game of global chess. It's not just about bombs anymore, it's cyber attacks, economic wars, even psychological warfare through media and digital manipulation. The red horse isn't just riding on battlefields, it's galloping through the internet, your phone, and even your thoughts. Could this be what John saw? A world where war is no longer just between armies, but inside our very homes and hearts. When the third seal opens, we meet the black horse. Its rider holds a pair of scales and brings economic imbalance, a quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, Revelation 6 verses 5 to 6. Translation? Skyrocketing prices, inflation, and scarcity. Sound familiar? In 2025, people are struggling with inflation, broken supply chains, and food shortages in regions hit by war or climate crises. Even in stable countries, the cost of living has exploded. One moment you can afford a basket of groceries, and the next, you're choosing between food and rent. The scales in the rider's hands are a powerful image, everything is being weighed and controlled. And today, many fear a future where digital currencies could allow governments or corporations to control who can buy or sell. That connects straight to later prophecies about the mark of the beast. We're entering deep waters now. Revelation 13 speaks of a time when no one will be able to buy or sell unless they have a specific mark, the infamous mark of the beast. For centuries, this sounded like pure metaphor, but in 2025? We're shockingly close. Let's connect some dots. Around the world, digital ID systems are being rolled out. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, are gaining ground, allowing governments to track and even control what people can purchase. Combine that with mass surveillance through artificial intelligence and facial recognition, and suddenly Revelation doesn't sound so symbolic anymore. In China, social credit systems already determine who can travel, work, or access services based on behavior. Western countries aren't far behind with expanding surveillance tech. What happens when all of this merges with economic control, biometric tracking, and a one-world system for our own safety? And here's the kicker, Revelation 13 verses 16 to 17 says the beast forces everyone, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or forehead. This isn't just about tech or economy, it's about allegiance. It's about who we serve, God or the beast system. Could AI be the false prophet, the enabler that breathes life into this system, as Revelation 13 verse 15 says? It's a chilling thought. Especially when AI is now creating lifelike voices, writing sermons, and even attempting to answer spiritual questions. We've entered uncharted territory. Whether symbolic or literal, the signs of control and surveillance are undeniable. The stage is being set for global allegiance to something, or someone, who demands worship in exchange for survival. Here's something many don't expect. Revelation says the second beast, the false prophet, won't rise from politics, but from religion. Let that sink in. It won't be just governments or tech companies shaping the beast system, it'll be spiritual leaders too. In Revelation 13 verse 11, John says he saw a beast that had two horns like a lamb but spoke like a dragon. That's chilling imagery. A lamb suggests gentleness, peace, religion. A dragon? Deception, destruction. What we're seeing is a wolf in sheep's clothing, a figure that appears godly but spreads lies. Now look around. More and more religious institutions are pushing a unity at all costs agenda. Interfaith movements are gaining momentum, promoting the idea that all paths lead to the same God. That sounds nice, until you realize Revelation warns of a false unity that will lead many away from truth. Could this false prophet already be rising? Could it be certain religious leaders who are more political than spiritual? Could it even be a movement, not just one person, that uses the language of love and tolerance to slowly guide people into worshiping a false system? And here's the plot twist, the false prophet doesn't just deceive. Revelation 13 verse 13 says he performs great signs, even calling fire down from heaven. Imagine seeing miracles on live streams, signs in the sky, and supernatural events broadcasted globally. People will believe, not because of truth, but because of spectacle. The Bible warns us to test every spirit. In this time of chaos, not everything that looks like light is from God. Not every religious leader is on the side of truth. War has always existed. But Revelation 6 describes something far more intense, a global chain reaction. When the fourth seal is opened, a pale horse rides out, and its rider is named Death, with Hades following close behind. Authority is given to them over a fourth of the earth, to kill by sword, famine, plague, and wild beasts. It's like a divine red alert. Think about the past few years, escalating wars, nuclear threats, pandemics, and even natural disasters killing thousands. Now in 2025, rumors of war are daily headlines. Conflicts in Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and Asia aren't isolated. They're connected, and they're shaking the global foundation. But Revelation doesn't just warn of man-made destruction. It speaks of famine, which we already see rising due to climate events, war-driven crop failures, and global inflation. And plagues? COVID-19 might have been the beginning, but what if it was only a foreshadowing? Scientists now warn of Disease X, an unknown virus expected to be worse than anything we've seen. Could this be the fulfillment of the Pale Horse's plague? Revelation isn't just a scary book. It's a map. And it's warning us, when chaos hits all at once, war, famine, pestilence, it's not random. It's prophetic, and it's a call to prepare spiritually before it's too late. So let's talk about something that's starting to look eerily familiar, global surveillance. Think about it, smart devices in our homes, facial recognition in our cities, and even AI algorithms predicting our behavior. Now, connect that with Revelation 13, where it talks about a system so powerful, no one can buy or sell unless they have the mark. In 2025, we've got digital IDs rolling out, central bank digital currencies being tested, and AI monitoring everything from your online purchases to your phone conversations. Sound familiar? It's not just about tech, it's about control. And the scary part? People are welcoming it for the sake of convenience and safety. The Bible said this would come. A beast system where your freedom isn't taken, it's traded for comfort. That's the trap. The enemy isn't coming with horns and fire. He's coming with data, code, and promises of peace. Are we ready for that kind of deception? Now here's a twist most people don't expect. Revelation talks about a false peace. A period when everything seems to be improving. Just before it all falls apart. You know that feeling when the air is calm before a huge storm? That's where we are right now. Politicians and tech leaders are promising unity, AI is solving wars, and new religious movements are blending everything into one universal belief system. Sounds great on paper, right? But that's exactly how deception works. The Bible warns of a false prophet who unites the world under a fake peace, and paves the way for the Antichrist. This false prophet won't look evil. He'll be charming, peaceful, inclusive. He'll talk about love, tolerance, and global unity. But he'll lead people away from truth, and most won't even notice. That's the real danger. Okay, by now you probably realized something. The signs aren't just coming, they're already here. Earthquakes, wars, AI control, false peace, we're not waiting for the end times anymore. We're living in them. But here's the good news, if you're still here, it means God is giving us time. Time to wake up, to turn back, to stop following the crowd and start digging into what the Bible really says. This isn't about fear. It's about clarity. Urgency. Awakening. Jesus didn't say, panic when you see these signs. He said, look up. Because your redemption is near. The world may look chaotic, but God is not surprised. The real question is, will you be ready, or will you be distracted? If you felt something stirring during this video, don't ignore it. That's the Holy Spirit nudging you. Stay alert. Stay in the Word. And don't fall asleep in this final hour. Wow. If you've made it this far, you're one of the few who are truly seeking truth, and that's powerful. We're living in a time when deception is everywhere, but God's word still cuts through the noise. So what now? Like this video if it opened your eyes. Share it with someone you love, someone who needs this wake-up call. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. Speaking of next, our upcoming video dives even deeper, the final deception, how the false prophet will lead the world astray. Trust me, you won't want to miss that one. It connects directly with what we just uncovered today. God bless you, stay strong, and keep your eyes on the Word. The truth is more important now than ever.